Hi mga kawawmat, in this video we will discuss solving linear equations and inequalities involving absolute value. So our objectives, we will enumerate the properties of absolute value in linear equations and inequalities, and we will solve and graph linear equations and inequalities in one variable containing absolute value. So let's start. Some of the properties of absolute value that we are using are, by the way, the symbol for absolute value is ito yung merong 2 bars. So kapag meron tayong nakitang dalawang bar, that means absolute value. So how are we going to solve linear equations and inequalities involving absolute value o yung merong it contains absolute value? Kasi hindi ito yung absolute value na sinusolve natin sa integers. So, this is different. Okay? So, iba po ang pag-solve ng linear equations and inequalities involving absolute value. Now, take note, you're going to use this property if your a is greater than 0. So, kapag ang value ng a mo ay 1 pataas, etong mga properties na to ang gagamitin po natin. Okay, let's start. So, property number 1. So, if the absolute value of x is equal to a, where a is greater than 0, so dapat greater than 0 ito. So, kapag nakita ninyo na ganito equal sign, okay, so absolute value of x is equal to a, kapag equal sign, ito po ang pattern yan. Ito po yung property. Then, x is equal to a or x is equal to negative a. So, ito po yung isosolve natin dyan. So, kapag nakita nyo po na absolute value is equal po siya, is equal to a, ang solution po natin, x is equal to a or x is equal to negative a. Okay, dalawa po yan. Next. In property 2, this is if the absolute value of x is less than a, where a is greater than 0. So, if your absolute value of x is less than a, paano natin to isosolve yung inequality na merong absolute value? And the inequality is less than, then, x is greater than negative a but less than a. So, ito po yung gagawin natin. Okay? Actually, mukha siyang mahirap pero madali lang po siya. Okay? Basta alam po natin yung pag-solve ng linear inequality at equations, madali na lang po pagdating dito sa absolute value. Basta alam po natin yon. Okay? And property number 3, this is if the absolute value of x is greater than a. Kung mas mataas siya sa a, which is your a is greater than 0, so, kapag ang inequality symbol mo ay greater than or pwede rin greater than or equal. Okay? So, ito rin, pwedeng less than or equal. Okay? So, if your inequality symbol is greater than or equal, then, ang way ng pag-solve natin dyan is x is greater than a or x is less than negative a. So, ano ba itong mga to? Ito yung ating susundan para ma-solve natin itong mga linear equations and inequalities involving absolute value. So, let's start. So, let's start with the property number 1. So, ito yung kapag linear equation siya. Kapag yung linear equation mo ang may absolute value, ito po ang gagawin natin. Ito lang po yung susundan. Huwag po tayo mali dito. Pag nakita mo ay may absolute value, tapos equation, equal sign. Ito po ang susundan mo. Okay? But take note, your a should be greater than 0. Okay? So, ito lang po ang pattern niyan. Huwag po tayong mali dito. Madali lang siya. X is equal to a or x is equal to negative a. So, ito yung given natin. So, halimbawa, meron akong absolute value of 2x plus 1 is equal to 3. So, ito yung naka-absolute value. Ito yung is equal to 3. So, kailangan, ang unang-una mong i-identify dito is, ano ba yung x? Ano ba yung a? Kasi dito rin x at a. Alin ba dito yung x at alin ng a? Okay? So, yung nasa loob ng absolute value mo, that is your x. Etong is equal to, ito yung a mo. Okay, so dapat alam mo muna kung ano yung x at a. Kasi susundan natin ito. So, yung first natin x is equal to a or x is equal to negative a. So, wag po mali dito. Ito lang ang susundan. Now, so, na-identify mo na yung x at a mo. Kung ano yung nasa loob ng absolute value, that is your x. Kung ano yung nasa labas, that is your a. Okay? So, yung first natin, x is equal to a. So, ano ba yung x? 2x plus 1 is equal to, ano yung a mo? 3. So, is equal to 3. Okay? So, ganun lang kasimple. And then, going back, dun sa pag-solve natin ng linear equations, ganun po ulit. So, 2x is equal to 3. Since ito ay constant, so dapat lipat siya dito. From plus 1, magiging minus 1. Okay? Kaya nga po, bumabalik lang din tayo sa pag-solve ng linear equations. So, we now have 2x is equal to 3 minus 2, that is 2. Divide both sides by 2. So, this will be cancelled. So, what's left is x. Okay? So, 2 divide 2 is 1. Okay, next. Punta tayo dun sa kabila. Ma'am, dalawa po ba ang si-solve? Yes po. Ito po yung susundan natin palagi. So, kapag ganito yung itsura ng absolute value mo, naka-absolute value tas equation siya, ito po yung pattern niyan. Ito yung property. So, ito lang po yung susundan mo. So, yung pangalawa, we have x is equal to negative a. So, yung x mo is 2x plus 1 is equal to negative a. So, ang a mo is 3, diba? Kaya lang may negative. So, is equal to negative 3. Okay, susundan lang natin ito. So, we now have 2x is equal to negative 3. Lipat natin ito, magiging minus 1. Kasi isama natin siya dun sa kapwa niya constant. So, negative 1. So, 2x is equal to negative 4. This is negative 4. Divide both sides by 2. So, we have, this will be cancelled. And then, x is negative 4 divide 2, that is negative 2. Huwag po kalimutan yung word na or. Importante po yan. Okay? So, our solution is x is equal to 1 or x is equal to negative 2. Okay, next. So, the solution set is the 1, negative 2. Let's have this one. So, I have here absolute value of 2x. Minus 3 is equal to 17. Now, in this case, meron tayong constant dito sa kabilang side, sa left side of the equation. So, kapag ganito po, sabi ko nga, kung ano yung nasa loob ng absolute value mo, yun lang po yung x. Okay? Yung a mo, ito yon. Kaya lang, ano ito? Since constant ito at wala siya sa absolute value mo, ibig sabihin part to ng a. So, ililipat mo to dito. Nakuha? So, ito pong x mo, kung ano yung nasa loob ng absolute value, that is just your x. Yan lang po yan. Yun lang po ang x mo. Huwag po natin to isama kasi wala naman siya dun sa loob ng absolute value eh. Based dito sa ating property, yung x mo ay yung nasa loob lang ng absolute value. The rest, a yun. Okay? So, a ito, ito ano to, so lipat mo siya dito. Okay? Combine natin siya dun kasi para magsama sila ng dalawang constant. So, magiging absolute value of 2x is equal to 17. Lipat natin ito. So, minus 3 magiging plus 3. Okay? So, absolute value of 2x is equal to 17 plus 3. That is 20. So, ito pa rin yung x mo. Ang a mo is 20. Hindi na po 17 ha, kasi inayos natin. Inayos natin siya. So, ang a mo na po is 20. Okay, so apply natin yung property. X is equal to a or x is equal to negative a. So, ito yung x, ito yung a. So, 2x, this is your x, is equal to a. So, is equal to 20. And then, divide both sides by 2. So, cancel na to. So, x is equal to 10. Sa kabilang side, your x is 2x is equal to negative a. This is your a, diba? So, negative 20. So, divide both sides by 2. So, cancel. So, x is equal to negative 10. So, the solution set is, huwag kalimutan po yung or. Importante po yung or. So, the solution set is 10, negative 10. So, yun po yung solution niya. Ibig sabihin, ang solution niya lang po ay 10 at negative 10. Okay? Okay, let's have another. So, paano kapag binigyan ka ng fraction? Okay? So, same process. Follow mo lang tong property. So, this is your x, this is your a. So, lahat ng nasa loob ng absolute value, yun ang x mo. Yun ang representation ng x. So, solve natin siya. X is equal to a, x is equal to negative a. So, ito yung x mo. X is x minus 2 over 3 is equal to a. So, ito yung a mo is equal to 5. Okay. So, kapag ganitong merong denominator, mas okay, mas madali siya kung gagamitan mo siya ng LCD. So, ang LCD mo is 3. So, kapag ganon, makakancel to. Okay, so ano na lang po na iwan? Okay, so x minus 2 na lang. And then dito, 5 times 3. I-multiply natin siya ha. So, 5 times 3. So, that is 15. Ito, minultiply din natin yan. Diba? This will become 1 na. So, 1 times x minus 2, x minus 2. Okay? So, going back on how to solve linear equation. So, may iwan si x sa left side. So, equals 15. Lipat natin ito, transpose. So, magiging plus 2. Okay? So, x is equal to 15 plus 2, that is 17. Next, so your x is x minus 2 over 3 is equal to negative a. So, since negative a ito, so negative 5. So, using the LCD, which is 3, so this will be cancelled. And then 1 na lang, so 1 times x minus 2, that is still x minus 2, is equal to negative 15. Negative 15 siya ngayon. So, going back to the process of solving linear equation, so that is x. You may use transposition. X is equal to negative 15. So, since negative ito, magiging plus 2. So, x is equal to negative 15 plus 2, that is negative 13. Do not forget or. So, our solution set is 17, negative 13. Ito po yung sagot niya. Okay, so ito po ang gagawin kapag may fraction. Ganun lang din po siya. Okay? Let's proceed to property number 2. So, ito na po yung inequality. Yung kanina, equation. Ito, inequality. Pero we have, kasi, di ba? 4 kinds of inequality. Less than or equal, greater than or equal. So, kapag ang inequality mo ay less than or equal, ito naman po ang susundan natin. Okay? Huwag po mali dito. Sundan nyo lang po. Kaya dapat alam nyo po yung property niya. Okay, so, kapag meron kang binigyan ka ng absolute value of x, tapos inequality na siya, is less than a, take note ha, your a should be greater than 0. Ito po ang gagawin natin. So, halimbawa, meron akong absolute value of 2x plus 1 is less than 3. Okay. So, identify mo yung x at a. Ito si x, ito si a. Okay? Kung ano yung nasa loob ng absolute value, yun yung x. Kung ano yung nandito, yun yung a. Okay. So, following this pattern, ito po yung susundan lang natin. So, your x is 2x plus 1. Okay? Sundan lang po natin to. Your x is 2x plus 1. And then, copy mo yung inequality mo. And then sa kabila, negative a. Ang a mo ay 3. So, dito, negative 3. Dito, a lang. So, positive 3. Okay. Now, kung napanood nyo yung solving linear inequalities, bago ito, yung previous tutorial, na-discuss ko kung paano mag-solve kapag compound inequality. So, paano natin isa-solve to? Iiwanan po natin sa gitna yung may variable. So, etong constant na to, ilipat natin siya both sides. Okay? So, magiging, copy muna natin, iwan natin si 2x, and then copy natin less than 3, copy natin ito, and then itong si 1, okay, ililipat natin siya both sides. So, ito ay na-discuss ko na, bago ito ha, bago itong tutorial na to, so, panoorin nyo muna yon. Okay, so lipat natin siya both sides. So, since positive 1, negative 1. Ganun din po dito sa kabila. Okay, so we now have 2x, negative 1 minus 3, this is negative 4. And then 3 minus 1, this is 2. Okay? So, since meron pa tayong coefficient dito, may coefficient pa siya. So, divide natin siya by 2. Kung ano yung coefficient mo dito, yung kasama ng variable mo, doon mo siya i-divide. So, divide by 2 lahat. Okay? Including both sides of the inequality. So, makakancel na po ito. So, ang maiiwan na lang is x. Negative 4 divide 2, that is negative 2. And then 2 divide 2, that is 1. Copy your inequalities. Okay? So, now, i-graph na natin siya. Naituro ko na rin sa mga previous tutorial natin kung paano mag-graph. So, plot natin si negative 2 at si 1, yung dalawang boundary point. Okay, ito si negative 2. Bakit hindi siya shaded? Kasi ito ay wala namang equals. So, hindi siya part of the solution. And then si 1, ayan, si 1, ito, hindi rin siya shaded kasi it's not part of the solution. Now, bakit pa ganun ang graph ko? Kasi ito, x is less than 1. So, ibig sabihin pa left, less than 1. Ito naman, x is greater than negative 2. So, since greater than, pa kanan. Kaya magmi-meet sila sa gitna. Okay? Ito intersection. Okay. So, again ha, paulit-ulit kong sinasabi, ma'am, why do you read this as greater than and this is less than? Kasi una natin binabasa yung variable. At since dito tayo nagsimula, so pabaliktad ang basa natin. X is greater than negative 2. Okay, so since greater than negative 2, pakanan. Ito naman, x is less than 1. So, pakaliwa. Okay, una po natin binabasa yung variable. Okay, so they are both not shaded or hollow kasi hindi siya part of the solution. So, ang solution set notation natin dyan, pwede pong ito. So, from negative 2, yung dalawang boundary point mo, pareho po yung parenthesis kasi hindi siya shaded. Okay? Or, pwede rin po ito, the set of all x such that x is greater than negative 2 but less than 1. Let's have another. So, what if fraction? So, meron tayong fraction. So, first, identify the x and a. So, ito yung x, yung nasa loob ng absolute value. This is your a. Okay? So, following this pattern, ito po yung susundan natin. So, your x is, kung ano yung nasa loob ng absolute value mo, that is 2x minus 1 over 3. Okay? And then, this is negative a, so ang a mo ay 1. So, negative 1. Ito ay a, so 1 naman dito sa kabila. So, you may use LCD. So, ang LCD mo dyan ay 3. So, kapag gumagamit tayo ng LCD, i-multiply natin siya sa lahat. Okay? So, 3 times negative 1, that is negative 3. And then, copy nyo tong inequality. Ito, para hindi ka mahirapan na 3 times 2x, tas 3 times negative 1, i-divide mo na muna siya sa denominator. So, ito, makakancel na siya. Tama? So, magiging 1 na to. So, 1 times 2x minus 1, so yun pa rin siya. 2x minus 1. Okay. And then, 3 times 1, this is also 3. Okay, nakuha po. So, now, eto naman ngayon, tatranspose natin si negative 1 to both sides of the inequality. So, from negative 1, magiging plus 1 siya. So, may iwan na lang po si 2x dito. So, eto na po siya. So, we now have, maiwan na si 2x. So, nilipat natin siya both sides. So, 1 minus 3. Bakit positive 1? Kasi negative 1 ito. Okay, so 1 minus 3, that is negative 2. 3 plus 1, that is 4. Since meron pa tayong coefficient, divide both sides lahat by 2. So, this will be cancelled. So, ang may iwan na lang po is x. And then ito, negative 2 divide 2, negative 1. 4 divide 2 is 2. So, ito na po siya. Negative 2 divide 2 is negative 1. 4 divide 2 is 2. And then, copy your inequality. Okay, so let us graph. So, plot natin yung dalawang endpoint. So, ang una nating ipa-plot is yung negative 1. So, negative 1 siya. Sinade ko siya kasi may equal sign to. So, x is greater than. So, greater than, ibig sabihin pakanan ang graph niya. Okay? And then, yung isa, si 2, shaded din kasi may equal sign. X is less than. So, ang graph niya naman pakaliwa. Kaya magmimit sila sa gitna. So, kapag ginawa natin siya ng set notation, we have negative 1 to 2. Bracket siya pareho kasi pareho siyang shaded. Pareho siyang part of the solution. So, brackets po ang gagamitin natin ha, unlike this, na parehong parenthesis. Or you can make use of this. The set of all x such that x is greater than or equal to negative 1 but less than or equal to 2. And the last property is we have, kapag ang inequality symbol mo ay greater than or equal. Okay? So, pareho lang yan. Greater than or equal. So, kapag ito naman ang inequality symbol, ito naman po ang gagamitin natin. Okay, let's have an example. So, the absolute value of 2x minus 1 is greater than 5. Okay. So, identify yung x at yung a. Tatandaan na ang x ay yung nasa loob ng absolute value natin. Okay, by following this pattern, okay, sundan lang natin ito. X is greater than a, x is less than negative a. So, your x is 2x minus 1. Is greater than, sundan lang natin ito, greater than, what is your a? 5. So, is greater than 5. Okay, and then let us solve. 2x is greater than 5. Transpose natin ito. So, negative 1 magiging plus 1. So, 2x is greater than 6. Divide both sides by 2. So, makakancel na po natin si 2. Ang may iwan na lang is x is greater than 6 divide 2 is 3. Okay, punta tayo sa kab-isa. So, x is less than negative a. So, ito po ay gagamitin mo kapag ang inequality symbol mo sa absolute value ay greater than. Ito po yung susundan mo. So, itong dalawa. So, ito, again, your x is 2x minus 1 is less than negative a to. So, ibig sabihin negative 5. Okay, is less than negative 5. So, 2x is less than negative 5. So, magiging plus 1 ito. Transposition. So, 2x is less than negative 5 plus 1. That is negative 4. Divide both sides by 2. So, this is cancel. Okay. So, x na lang po. X is less than negative 4 divide 2. That is negative 2. Do not forget the word or. Okay? Kung ano po yung nandiyan dyan, yun po ang susundan natin. So, x is greater than 3 or x is less than negative 2. So, pag ginraph natin siya, 3, ito si 3, hollow kasi wala namang equal sign. Ibig sabihin, hindi siya part of the solution. Greater than, so pakanan. Okay? And then this one, negative 2. Ito si negative 2. Hollow din siya kasi it's not part of the solution. And then, x is less than. So, mas mababa. So, pa-left. Okay? So, kapag ganito ang graph, sabi na ituro ko na to dun sa mga previous tutorial natin, paano natin gagawa ng set notation, gagamit po tayo ng or. Okay? Ibig sabihin, yun. Pagsasamahin mo to. Kasi hindi siya nag-connect ng hindi siya nag-intersect. So, yung gitna nila hindi kasama. So, ibig sabihin, itong part na to at itong part na to na solution na to, pagsasamahin mo. Kasi may laktaw eh. So, gagamit ka ng or. Yun. Okay? The set of all x such that x is greater than 3 or x is less than negative 2. Hindi mo yan pwedeng pagsamahin. Kasi magkaiba siya. Dalawang graph po ang meron tayo. Next. I have 4x minus 5 is greater than 1. So, this is your x, this is your a. Same process. So, your x is 4x minus 5. A is 1. Okay. Next, 4x. So, this is greater than 1. Lipat natin ito, transposition, plus 5. Okay, so 4x is greater than 1 plus 5 is 6. Divide both sides by 4. So, this is cancel. So, x, okay. So, this is a fraction, no? So, 6 divided by 4 cannot be. So, ilo-lowest term na lang natin siya. And that is 3 halves. Kasi, ano ba ang greatest common factor niya? 2. So, 6 divide 2 is 3. 4 divide 2 is 2. So, therefore, our x is greater than 3 over 2 or 3 halves. Now, on the other side, again, your x is 4x minus 5 is less than negative 1 naman kasi negative a. So, 4x minus 5, 4x is less than negative 1 plus 5. Kasi nag-transpose tayo, nilipat mo siya. So, we have 4x is less than 4. This is 4. Divide both sides by 4. So, we have x is less than 1. 4 divide 4 is 1. So, do not forget the word or. So, let us graph. So, 3 over 2 is equivalent to 1.5. You may try to use calculator. Pag dinivide mo yung 3 sa dalawa, 3 divided by 2, tig 1.5. So, 1.5 ang sagot. So, ibig sabihin, pag pinlat natin siya, hindi siya abot ng 2. 1.5, isa't kalahati. Okay? Kasi yung iba nahihirapan pag nakita fraction, ang hirap. Pero actually, 3 over 2 is equivalent to, na-discuss natin to yung converting fraction to decimal. Mas madali kasing mag-plot ng decimal kasi yun, meron siyang exact value So, 3 divided by 2, so that is 1.5. Dito siya, isa't kalahati. Ayan siya. Okay, so this is hollow kasi wala namang equal sign. And then, since greater than, mas mataas, so pakanan ng graph natin dyan. Okay? And then this one, x is less than 1. So, plot natin si 1. This is also hollow kasi hindi siya part of the solution. 1 is not part of the solution. And then, less than. So, pa-left. So, dito siya. Okay? So, this is the graph of our inequality, including absolute value. Now, gamitan natin siya ng set notation. So, ito po siya. The set of all x such that x is greater than 3 halves or x is less than 1. Gagamit po tayo ng or kapag meron tayong dalawang graph. Ibig sabihin, union yan, pagsasamahin mo siya. Kasi hindi siya nag-meet sa gitna, hindi siya intersection Okay, so, or po tayo. Okay, let's have this one. Paano kapag may fraction? So, again, this is your x, this is your a. So, ganun pa rin po. But this time, kung titingnan nyo, ang symbol na natin dito is greater than or equal. So, ganun, pareho lang yon. Basta, ang pwede rito, greater than or equal. Yung kanina sa property number 2, less than or equal. Okay? So, same lang po yon. And then, so, applying the property, so, x is greater than or equal to a. So, your x is 2x minus 4 over 2 is greater than or equal to 3. So, using LCD to. So, pwede na natin itong i-cancel. So, this is 1. So, copy na lang natin si 2x minus 4. And then, greater than or equal to 3 times 2, that is 6. So, by transposition, 2x is greater than or equal to 6. Magiging plus 4 ito. So, 2x is greater than or equal to 10. So, divide both sides by 2. Sorry. So, lumabas na yung sagot. So, 2, divide both sides by 2. So, makakancel yun. So, 10 divide 2 is 5. Okay. Punta tayo sa right side. So, 2x minus 4 over 2, that is your x, is less than or equal to negative a. This is your a, so negative 3. Okay. And then, using the LCD, same process. So, pwede mo na itong i-cancel. This is 1. So, copy lang natin to. Kasi, any number multiplied by 1 or expression multiplied by 1 is still the same number. Okay? Yun pa rin naman. So, 2x minus 4 is less than or equal to negative 3 times 2. This is negative 6. So, applying transposition method. Okay? So, we have 2x is less than or equal to negative 6 plus 4. So, mag-change to ng sign, So, plus 4. So, 2x is less than or equal to negative 6 plus 4. That is negative 2. Divide both sides by 2. So, negative 2 divide 2. That is negative 1. Okay? So, do not forget or. Huwag po kalimutan yung or. So, i-plot natin si 5. Ito si 5. It is shaded kasi part of the solution si 5 dahil may equal sign. Since greater than, ang graph natin pa-right. And this one, negative 1, this is also solid or shaded kasi negative 1 is part of the solution since we have here the equal sign. Okay? And then less than, so pa-left po tayo dyan. Okay? So again, we have two graphs. Okay? So, i-ano natin to, pagsasamahin. So, union yan. So, our set notation, the set of all x such that x is greater than or equal to 5 or means union kasi, pagsasamahin. Or, x is less than or equal to negative 1. Okay. So, wag po kalimutan ha, kapag meron po tayong two graphs, ibig sabihin or po yun, union. So, ito po ang gagamitin natin. Hindi po tayo gagamit nung nasa gitna yung x, hindi po yun. Kasi for ano yun, intersection yung kapag nag-meet sila dito. Okay? So, that's it. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you learned something. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell para updated kayo for more video tutorials. This is your guide in learning your math lessons, your Wow Math channel.